Update: I found out my wife slept with my best friend before our marriage. Original post: I'm 44 male and my wife is 44 female. My best friend is 44 male. We've all known each other since we were kids. We've been married 17 years, 3 kids. By every measure, a great life. My best friend was my best man. Our families vacation together. Our kids grew up like cousins. His wife is part of our world too. Here's what happened. When we were 18, I was a stupid, egotistical kid and I broke up with my girlfriend. She didn't want it. I pushed her away anyway. During that time, she slept with my best friend once. I just found out yesterday from him. Technically, we were broken up. My brain keeps repeating that like it's supposed to help. It doesn't, because when we got back together, we had an honest conversation. She asked me about other girls. I told her everything, every single thing, because I thought that's what we were doing. I thought we were starting clean. She never mentioned him. She looked me in the eye and let me be the only honest one in that room. And then she let me stand next to him at our wedding and invite him on our vacations and call him my brother for 26 years. He knew, she knew, I was the only one who didn't. She's crying and saying she was protecting me, that she chose what was best for us. But they didn't protect me, they protected themselves. It wasn't their decision to make. If I had known before we got married, I would have respected it. I might have even understood it. We were broken up, but I would have had a choice. They took my choice away from me. Now I can't sleep. I can't stop the images. Every dinner we've had together, every holiday, every time they were in the same room, my brain is rewriting all of it. Every memory has this in it now, and I can't unsee it. I haven't gone home since yesterday. I can't look at her face right now. I don't know how to walk back into my life. Part of me doubts they didn't continue after the marriage. They used to go to dinner after work, sometimes taking both kids out and doing other activities. I can't trust either of them anymore. I also don't know how you rebuild trust with someone when the whole foundation had a crack in it that you never knew about. Now for the top comments before reading the updates. Why did he tell you now? What was the purpose of that? While it was wrong of them to lie in the first place, telling you now just seems selfish and cruel. He said because of the guilt, but I think he wants to come out of his own marriage and destroy our marriage too. Curious if best friend's wife knows, and when did they marry? Are they in the same situation? She doesn't know. She needs to know. There are only 2 reasons you were told. 1, his marriage is imploding, and he wants yours to implode too because he wants your wife. 2, your wife hit on him again or wants it again, and he told you to create distance. Regardless, this clearly shows a few things, and in your shoes, this is what I'd do. 1, tell his wife. 2, DNA test your kids. Don't tell them, as it'll be weird if possible. 3, seriously revisit your friendship. He's not your best friend. He never was. If he were, he'd have told you. 4, tell your wife you booked a polygraph to see if they slept together since. Her response will tell you whether they did or didn't. This isn't a small deal. You and his wife are the 2 oblivious fools, and I wouldn't trust that it was a one-time thing. It also shows your friend wanted her when you were young, so he likely wanted her all these years. That friendship would end for me. Let me tell you one thing. I knew my husband when we were teenagers, but we didn't get married until I was 49. I met my husband when I was 13 because I had a huge crush on his older brother. As we all grew into young adults, I had sex with his older brother. Just once. I'd had a crush on him since I was 13 years old. My husband and I have been married for 6 years now, and his brother passed away just 6 months after we got married. Never ever have my memories of his brother intruded on my love for my husband. My husband knows about his brother and me, and although he doesn't love it, he's accepted that it's a part of my past. I wasn't in love with my husband when I had sex with his brother. I wasn't in love with his brother either. It was just one night of sex, nothing more. If you've had a good marriage all these years, I'm sure the 2 of them have not held on to some special memory of each other. She didn't marry him, she married you. She didn't have children with him, she had children with you. She absolutely should have told you during your honest conversation. No doubt she should have been honest with you, but she probably didn't want to lose you and felt that she would if you knew the truth. It was a one-time thing. It happens. Now for the update. So I posted a few days ago and got a lot of mixed replies. Some of you validated my feelings and acknowledged the betrayal. Some said it's none of my business. Some were really casual, like, "It's okay, bro, move on," which honestly annoyed me. It's been 4 days, and I'm still jealous and angry. I didn't know what to do with myself. I even thought about revenge sex, not gonna lie. But I couldn't go through with it because deep down, I knew it was wrong. So that idea died fast. I went home expecting my wife to be devastated. She was crying when I left. But when I got back, she was just cool. Doing her work. Normal. Like nothing even happened. That hit differently. It felt like she didn't give a damn about me or how I was feeling. After the kids left for school, I finally sat down with her and told her everything. How betrayed I felt. How I told her every single girl I slept with during that breakup. And she never said a word to me. Not once in 26 years. She didn't break down. She straight up told me it's none of my business who she slept with when we were broken up. She said she was single. It was one emotional night. Not revenge sex. Not planned. And neither of them intended it to happen. She said she hid it intentionally because she knew exactly how I would react. She knew my ego would blow up everything we built. Our marriage, our kids, our life together. She chose to protect all of that. She said my best friend is still our best friend, that they built their friendship on mutual respect and maturity after that, and that night has never been spoken about between them since. They don't even really think about it anymore. Then she hit me with, "If you want a divorce, fine, go ahead, but you'll still be jealous when I start dating someone else." And honestly, she's right. I can't even think about that without losing it, so that shut me up. She also basically called me childish for not being able to accept that she has her own body and didn't owe me anything at 18 during a breakup I caused with my own stupid ego. She gave me reassurance. She's not bothered by that night at all. It means nothing to her. And somehow I believe her. I actually believe everything she said is true. But she won't fully acknowledge that hiding it from me for 26 years hurt me. That part she's not owning, and it still bothers me. She told me we are going to couples therapy. Not a suggestion, it's happening. So here I am. I'm thinking of going to therapy with my wife. Hopefully it works and I can trust her again. But I don't have to trust her right now. I also don't know what to do about my best friend. I understand how you feel, OP. She's right, but at the same time, it hurts. Is there an answer to why he decided to tell you now, 26 years later? There must be a reason. My best friend's marriage is not good. Things are not okay in their marriage, and even professionally he's changed. While drinking, he confessed about this. I think it's time to consider cutting the friend out of your life. He didn't have good intentions telling you. You need to focus on your marriage, and he's part of the issue for digging this up and telling you. Talk about it in therapy. If your wife had an issue with that, then I'd start to worry personally. Sounds like there's no coming back from this. She is already okay with divorce. Before that, I suggest a paternity test. Good luck. No idea if counseling will work now as you checked out also. Actually, what she said is, I'm not going to divorce you. If you want it, it will be a messy and bad divorce. I'm going to take the kids with me as primary custody, and eventually I will date someone, and you will be jealous. That's what she says when I bring up divorce. Second update. From the post, it seems many people think my wife has complete control, but I would say no, she doesn't have control. No, my wife will have a hard time now. Things are going to escalate from now, not for divorce, but I'm going to hit her professionally. I'll make sure there are sudden no calls from her clients. She took me back for a reason. She is living her best life, one of the best neighborhoods in London. I hope she doesn't want to go back to her working class mom and dad's home. My best friend will be cut off. I'll make sure his wife divorces him and takes half his worth with the kids. I'll probably hit him professionally too. I'm in a position where I can make their lives hell. There is a very strong reason why she took me back, even though I ditched her and destroyed her. This time I'm going to destroy her again, but I know she loves me and I have kids, so I can't go too far. My friend, though, will have tough days. Next story. Husband cheated. Therapist says no moral high ground for 3 months. I feel beyond hurt and abandoned. My husband of 10 years had an affair. He's in individual therapy right now and we're in couples therapy. He has taken full responsibility for cheating. He said it was completely wrong, cowardly and morally reprehensible. He says he sees how devastating it's been. He says if he had the emotional awareness and reasoning ability he has now, he would have just separated instead of cheating. And that sentence destroys me and makes me feel abandoned. What I hear is, if I had been healthier, I would have left you. He keeps saying the affair is 100% on him. But he also says it was a response to being emotionally lonely in a marriage that had already become bad for both of us. Not to justify, but to understand. Years ago, I had a late-term miscarriage. It destroyed me. I developed postpartum anxiety and rage. I was volatile, and I said cruel things sometimes. I was grieving, hormonal, and honestly not stable. He tried to support me. I won't take that away from him. But he took everything I said personally. Every emotional outburst became about how I was hurting him. I didn't feel given grace for the fact that my body and brain were wrecked. I felt like I had to manage his feelings, and that's when I built resentment I never really processed. I never forgave him for not holding me better during the hardest time of my life. I needed his grace and softness, even if it was hard for him. Then he lost his job. Then his mom died. I wanted to show up for him, but I couldn't get past the internal wall of, where was this compassion when I needed it? I was colder than I should have been. I can admit that now. But he cheated. Our therapist has given us individual exercises on how to make each other feel safe again. He has a lot of specific rebuilding exercises like transparency, reassurance, check-ins, and empathy work. But the big rule for the next 3 months is this. No one gets to hold the moral high ground. No, you did this. We both just own our parts and how the marriage deteriorated. The therapist says blame only makes people talk over each other, and that accountability right now needs to come from within. She said verbatim, "You both seem stuck in your own points of view." And I hate her rules. They feel wrong. It feels like him owning the affair isn't enough if I don't get to hold him accountable for it in real time. He says he owes it to me to make it right because he cheated on me. That hurts too. I don't want to be chosen because he owes me. I tell him this and he tells me he's sorry, but he's working on shifting the mindset of owing me to actually wanting to do everything because he wants to. And when he says that in a healthier state he would have just left, it makes me feel like I was a placeholder. It makes me feel even more abandoned and alone. I've been confiding in my sister. She gave me tough love and said the therapist is actually giving us excellent advice. She said if I'm choosing reconciliation, I need to let go of the desire to hold him accountable, if he's already been given the structure to do so himself by our therapist. And if I can't live with this structure, then I need to make a decision. I hate this. I want the moral high ground. It feels like proof that it was not all on me. He crossed the line. I feel confused, heartbroken, defensive, and honestly more resentful since starting therapy. This line really stands out for me. I hate this. I want the moral high ground. It feels like proof it was not all on me. It sounds like you feel that without the moral high ground, it becomes 100% your fault. That he has to be 100% wrong, so you can be 100% right. And if he's not 100% to blame, then that makes you 100% to blame. It sounds like that thinking is what the therapist is exploring. This. OP might not realize it, but she is, intentionally or unintentionally, punishing her husband. And she wants her husband to take it gladly as penance. She's too proud to admit that the therapist is right. OP can walk away from this marriage at any point. She is choosing to stay, but her pride is preventing her from forgiving her husband. I'm not saying she has to forgive him. Again, she can walk away if she feels like she is incapable of staying married. She can also forgive him and walk away. But it's not healthy for either person to stay in a marriage where punishment is the only form of penance. Why are you fighting so hard to stay when you were already resenting him before he cheated? It sounds like for many years you felt hostile toward him, downright emotionally abusive. Now you hate him even more for cheating, but you want to reconcile? You say you feel abandoned. Are you staying with this man because you're too afraid to be alone? Honestly, I think he should end this misery for both of you and initiate the divorce, because you definitely won't. It sounds like she wants to be right more than she wants to be with him. She's thrashing around violently, but if he's not there, then suddenly she doesn't have that foil. Last story. I am sleeping with my ex-husband for money. I found out that my husband, we are still legally married and in the process of divorcing, was sleeping with his co-worker. I asked for a divorce. We have 3 children together under the age of 5, and I have no possibility of working full-time yet. When we discussed selling the house and custody, I broke down completely and had a mental breakdown. Not only would I not have my children with me full-time, but I would also have to share them with the other woman, whom I don't trust. He suggested we get back together, but I refused. Then he paid my bills one day, and we slept together. It happened again, and then he suggested I could keep the house, and I understood what he meant by that. With the house in my name, the children were better off staying with me, we decided. But he made sure I understood I had to pay for that too. He is not allowed to kiss me, and I told him that I felt nothing, that I didn't want this, and I am only present in body, but that he is free to use me. And he agreed. He leaves me enough money that I don't need to work, but I am still working part-time so I don't lose my footing in the job market until all my children are school age and I can work full-time. Most of the time I feel fine, but sometimes I want to scream. Then I remember that I have my home and my children, and I can't ask for more until I can stand on my own 2 feet. This is a confession to the abyss because I can't exactly seek comfort in my surroundings. I only ever told my girlfriend, and it horrified her so much that I felt guilty for telling her. If this is disgusting here too, then I am sorry, kick me out, but I needed to talk somewhere. 3 under 5 is survival. You do what you need to do to keep your kids and have a roof over your head. Better the monster you know than the one you don't, as the saying goes. Wow, I didn't expect compassion. I am actually crying right now. Make sure you're on birth control or IUD so you don't get pregnant. Best of luck, OP. I use IUD and condoms. He will never touch me again. Get a better lawyer who can give you this exact deal without the sex. Your ex clearly has the extra income for it. Shame on your ex for abusing your dire situation for just sex. He has no compassion or respect for the mother of his children. Instead, he's just thinking with his ego and his needs, which also explains the affair. Lawyer here. This should be the top comment. OP consults several experienced family lawyers ASAP until you find one who knows what they're doing. Then follow their instructions. I don't know where you live, but I do know that any family law judge where I practice would not look kindly on your soon-to-be ex-husband's actions. I'd be willing to bet it's the same where you are, and a good lawyer will know exactly how to get the right evidence of your soon-to-be ex-husband's behavior to convince the judge he's a POS who should be paying child support, alimony, and possibly foregoing custody for at least a few more years, if not longer. This arrangement is not healthy for you or your children. A mother's mental health is so important to the well-being of her children, and you deserve to be mentally healthy, not being sexually abused by this deviant.